We got to go down on the farm, and today is a very, very exciting one. One of the crown jewels. These top 5 we're talking about are just a lot of fun, and today's, it doesn't get much bigger than Aidan Miller. We just talked about him. He was number 89 on Keith Law's top 100 prospects. Baseball America, he was one of the 4 top 100 prospects. He's pretty much a lock consensus top 100 prospect in baseball. His name is Aidan Miller. Name test, I got to be honest, he sounds like more of a Hollywood heartthrob than a ball player, but I can't rule him out. Like, there is some wiggle room there for him to be a ball player.
Aidan Bauer Miller?
Sounds like a Hollywood heartthrob.
Aidan? Yeah, with like a swoosh, like the comb over hair.
Is it Dermot Mulrooney or is it Dylan McDermott? I don't know. It's Aidan Miller.
So the announcer test, it's not giving.
Now batting for the Phillies, shortstop Aidan Miller. It's okay.
I like the voice crack on Aidan.
Aidan Miller.
Okay.
Yeah, like
I like Bauer.
He sounds like a
better.
beefcake.
I
don't think he's going to go by Bauer. He's no James Castillo. We know that.
I'm just going to start that.
All right, so Aidan Miller, he's number 4.
AB.
He's been as high as, I've seen some people rank him 2nd in the Phillies system. He's kind of in that 2 to 4 range. Pick your poison. We put him at number 4. I would probably, if we were doing it over again, I'd probably move him ahead of Justin Crawford, who we'll talk about the rest of this week. However you want to do it, just have fun with it. It's baseball, folks. So Aidan Miller was the 27th pick in last year's draft. Now, he had committed to the University of Arkansas because he's one of the most successful Team USA players kind of ever. He was like one of the top high school kids in his class. He played on the under 13 Team USA, under 15 Team USA, and the under 18 Team USA, and was the best hitter on that under 18 team. He led the team batting .458. He is 19 years old now. He is 6'2", 210 pounds. So nice to see somebody that's broken the mold of all these 5'10", 160-pound infield types. Took 27th overall. He split time in the Florida Coast League and Low A. There is his scout scales on the bottom there. So the Phillies had to pay him to not go to Arkansas because he was one of the best high school kids coming out in the country. They gave him $3 million to basically break that commitment to Arkansas.
And I think I could be persuaded.
Yeah, I mean, you throw $3 million at me as an 18-year-old kid. Who needs college?
Right.
You know, I'll go get college? Right in your system.
What education?
So he was 19 when he was drafted. This is his coming out of high school. Baseball America grade was a 55 with an extreme upside. His hit tool rating on the scout scale was 55. His power was 60. His running was 50. His fielding was 50. And his arm is 60. So there's a lot to be excited about this kid, to have those tools and to be one of the best Team USA players. His first stint in Low A last year was a game-clinching home run that helped Clearwater win the title. So to me, that just says he's got Bill Rafferty onions. Like, not afraid of the moment. First appearance in the Clearwater League, and you hit a game-clinching home run. Renee, there's a ton to like about this kid. Projected to be a shortstop at the next level. They say his arm is more than powerful enough to play third if need be. But it looks like he is being counted on. I would think the Phillies, outside of Andrew Painter, I think this kid is their next most coveted asset.
Ooh.
I think more so than Justin Crawford.
Ooh.
Even though we have Justin Crawford a little higher, but that's okay.
Okay. I like it.
I think this kid is just like soaring up there.
I feel like I feel the potential, the positivity there. I feel it. So yeah, listen, born in Dunedin, which I feel like in general, if you're born in Dunedin,
I heard Dunedin's nice. The Blue Jays play there, and maybe the Mets.
To be a solid baseball player, especially for the Phillies.
In Fort St. Lucie.
St. Lucie.
Yeah. Dunedin is the Blue Jays, right?
Correct.
Yeah, but I feel like being born in Dunedin, you're being born into baseball.
Into the baseball pipeline.
Basically.
Yeah.
That's literally what that means. So it was destiny. So, okay, there's a couple things about Mr. Bauer.
Which nobody calls him. Aidan. Yes, Aidan.
It's nobody. Mr. AB. So coming out of high school, Jonathan Mayo had actually reported some thoughts on him, saying that he was a steal, and that he was one that he could have been a top 10 pick.
The Hammett bone.
Yeah, certainly a top half of the first round pick. He can really hit. He can play third base. He had a strong debut after a long time off. And as you mentioned, he broke his hamate. There's a lot of these prospects that have broken bones. Now, a hamate is in your hand.
It's like right here, right?
Jinx, because you were showing the hand also.
Yeah, I think it's like right here.
Wow. Yeah, exactly. I Googled because I wanted to. Yeah, it's like a weird bone in your hand. So he was out for a significant amount of time rehabbing that. He's very young. In his picture, he looks even younger. He's got a baby face. Looks like a babyface killer. Now, as you mentioned, his numbers and playing just 20 games of pro baseball, very impressive with those slash lines. Very impressive that the Phillies took a chance on him and that they really have a lot. There's a expectation that he can make the big jump, that he has a lot of potential, that in several categories, he's going to be able to really rise to the majors and be someone that is a big name player in that sense. So I'm impressed. I think I like so far what I've been reading about him. I like his abilities. Looking at low A in those 80 plate appearances, in the 20 hits, 4 of them for extra bases, through 12 walks, the 303, 425, 379 slash line. He's played with the national team. He's had a lot of experience. He's won a gold medal in the 2022 Baseball World Cup. And it just seems like even though there's not as much to like read about him in the same sense, everything that I did read about him was that this Bauer kid, AB, Aidan Miller, is
nobody calls him that.
It's gonna be something.
You try so hard, but nobody's gonna call him that. Yes.
I mean, I'm just getting it out there early.
I was trying to think of I was like, wait, who broke their hamate bone recently? And Christopher O'Donnell. And everybody in the chat, make sure you're hitting that like button while you're in here.
So many weird
he says it's the one that stinking rat Blake Snell broke on Bryce Harper's hand a couple years ago. Mike Trout also went through it. And that's the reason he dropped to 27th in the draft. The Phillies really kind of, I don't want to compare it to Joel Embiid where an injury caused him the drop. But, an injury caused him the drop because when you hit 458 for the under USA team, don't
compare him to Joel.
Well, an injury caused him to drop in the draft. Tyler, you ready for some baseball porn numbers? He did a superb job controlling his zone in his pro debut, producing respective miss and chase rates of 15.4% and 14.4% as a 19-year-old. Now, he also has amateur corner outfield experience, where his bat could easily profile to, scouts say, because of the potential power. That body at 19, 6'2", 210 pounds, that's a good frame to put on some muscle. And if you have that good of a control of the strike zone, hopefully the power does come. He's an average runner, but who cares if you're hitting bombs? But it says he could slow down as he ages. Isn't that true for everybody?
Yeah, I don't know many people that get faster.
Yeah, usually you don't get faster in your late 20s and 30s.
No.
Definitely not in your 40s. So Baseball America says what you can project for Miller this year. He should begin the year at low A Clearwater with a chance to reach high A Jersey Shore in the second half of the season. He has the offensive skills to provide a middle-of-the-order type of hitter who mans third base. We went over his scouting grades there, and I saw Jeff in the chat says 3 more arbitration years available for Bohm, and Aidan Miller slides right in to take over the hot corner for the Phillies. The hot corner is a power position.
Oh, yeah.
This kid's got a really good arm, pretty damn good glove. If he's got the power to go with it, I think what Jeff is saying makes a lot of sense. You don't really want to pay market value for Alec Bohm. At least I don't, unless he shows me a lot more in the next 2 to 3 years. So this could kind of be the perfect segue for Aidan Miller.
And I like the fact that he's kind of an under the radar in that sense. I mean, more and more people are talking about Aidan Miller, but the Phillies were able to get him because of that injury, because he drops.
Embiid, yes.
Right. Still, I know what you're saying, but being that the recent meniscus tear, I don't like it. But I hear you. He will not be a Joel Embiid once he gets to the majors.
No.
Now,
he's not that injury prone.
He does have a lot of offensive potential. He's got eye-popping exit velocities, as reports have said. Some of the best hit tools among players. And of course, as we talk about being a third baseman, but could also be a first baseman. There's been some reports that have indicated he can play anywhere, essentially, basically anywhere, guys, wherever you need him. Third base, first base, doesn't matter. But there were teams that were very interested in him until that Hammett injury. So he slides through, and I love a nice underrated player, and I like Aidan. I like Aidan
Let's
Bauer.
hope he's Joel Embiid and not Sidney Jones. Am I right?